Terry, you killed this.
We get bigger and bigger. Check out my watch in the fixtures. Either get left or get with us.
What's good? It's Greggy Westside. I'm the owner of Westside Productions. I host the I Hate Rappers podcast with KEEZYNUNK, and I am an artist manager and studio owner. My social media handles are at Greggy Westside, at Westside Productions, at I.hate.rappers. That's for Instagram. You just find it I Hate Rappers podcast. Just look it up on any social media. You'll be able to find it easily. Nobody else has the handle even similar to that. And coming up, we got a bunch of shows. We got the YSN Flow show in Cleveland coming up. All my artists have releases throughout the rest of the year. Just a bunch of content, creating content, staring into a computer for hours to where my eyes can't focus straight, just making content, podcast, content. That's it. That's all I got coming up.
777, I'm feeling lucky. She said that she really do love me. Got a good regardless, she want me. Never been a time I was lonely.
Let's get into PRETTYP's tea. What we sipping on? I got some water today. What you got?
Got some tequila.
Sipping water.
First up, we got Kevin Hart. Listen, why is he wheelchair bound, y'all?
Oh, God.
This man tried to outrace an ex-NFL star, Stephen Wiley, I think. And he then tore his lower abdomen. He can't walk.
Lord Jesus.
Let's
Kevin.
go to the video real quick. And here, Kevin, explain it.
Yep. Well, you know it's going to be bad. Anytime somebody starts off by saying, well, it's bad. Ladies and gentlemen, the age 40 is real. To all my men, women out there that are 40 years old and above, it's not a game. Respect that age. Respect that age. Or that age will make you respect it. I was just forced to respect it. This is just a public service announcement because I know people may see me out. And I don't want you to be alarmed, but I'm in a wheelchair. Yeah. I'm in a wheelchair. Why? Well, because I tried to jump out there and do some young stuff. Tried to go out there and do some young man stuff, and I was told to sit my ass down. Shouts out to Stephen Wiley. I'm going to put this story out there before you do. Me and Stephen, we got into a little debate. This debate was based off of who was faster. Those that know me know I'm pretty fast. Stephen said, Kev, ain't no way you're going to beat me. Stephen is an ex-NFL running back, played for the New England Patriots. Very good guy. I said, Steve, you can bet it. He said, bet. I said, bet. We get out there, we go run the 40-yard dash. 40-yard dash. Guys, I blew all my shit. Tore my lower abdomen. My abductors are torn. I don't even know what that is, but I tore them. I tore those two. I can't walk. Sit my ass down. This is 44. Tell you what you just lost, son. You just lost every opportunity of me going and racing you anytime soon. It's over. Kenneth, it's over. Sit down. What are we competing for at this age? Why are we, like, what am I doing? Why did I even race? Stupidest shit ever. Now I can't walk because I'm somewhere trying to get the title of the fastest nigga at the barbecue. What was I thinking, son? God, got to be the stupidest man alive. It is what it is, man. This is life. I'm out. I got about 6 to 8. I blew my shit. Welp.
Okay.
You're stupid. Like,
He's not an athlete. I love Kevin Hart.
Nah, yeah, me too.
You're not an athlete. I mean, you've worked out, you got yourself in good shape, but you're still not an athlete. I know you want to be. I know you want to be considered as an athlete.
Yeah,
right.
but you're not an athlete, gang.
You might need to stay in your lane there.
Nah, for real.
You don't take on an NFL running back. Seriously? Seriously. Who takes on an NFL running back unless you're another NFL running back?
man. What is the next movie? The next, is he still doing stand-up or? I put my leg.
He can't stand.
My
gonna do some rollout. Is what he's gonna do. He can't do any
He
stand.
can't stand. For
My
real.
bad. My bad. That was a bad one.
But nah. Hopefully,
I know he's
I
been
don't-
doing like a lot of like behind the scenes work as far as like.
I think
executive
he always
producing.
is going to do stand up because I think
Yeah.
that's where he started. I watched
Yeah.
his documentary. I believe that's how he started.
That's how he started.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, as far as like a new stand up coming out, I mean, I don't know. He normally does it through Netflix.
Yeah.
But he might have like private shows and stuff like that we don't know about. And I know he said he
True.
did that too in his
I'm
documentary.
sure
So
after this incident, he'll probably do another. Once
he's
heals
got
up,
to.
He has
Because
to.
he's got to
gonna
talk
have to
about it.
go.
He's
Yeah.
got to talk about
You know,
why he
that's-
was in a wheelchair. Because
That's
that's
kind of what he
crazy.
does now. It's like when something happens in his life, he ends up doing, stand up.
Right.
Once you can stand back up. Special out there, and we talk about it. So give him a year or so, he'll have something out about
Yeah,
it.
I'm ready. Now I want to watch Kevin Hart tonight.
For real, yeah, we can watch the Kevin Hart tonight, but to Kevin, heal up, bruh. Get back, shake back from all the running and tearing and get out that wheelchair, bruh. You old, but you ain't that old. You feel
Just
me?
get back in your lane, though. Just get back in your lane.
Yeah, get to making the content and don't get to doing all that extra running and stuff like that.
Leave that to the Rock.
Oh,
Need
God,
you out
leave
the
that to
game.
the Rock.
Rock can handle that.
For real.
That's who he trying to compete with. Man, I love that relationship.
I do love their relationship.
Yes.
When you see them, they crack me up when they're
Yes.
together. They make a good combo.
Nah, for
They
real. though.
do. They do. Next in the pod, we got Sha'Carri Richardson. Now, I'm excited for her. Listen, she officially won the world champion after running the 100-meter dash. And yeah, so like shout out to her for real. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why that was so hard to get out.
It happens to the best of us,
Man.
And we've been sipping, so
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, anyway, shout out to her. Like, I love to see it. We all know her story.
Yep.
We've been watching her since when she started.
For real,
honestly.
though.
So I love that for her, Black Queen.
Yeah,
Now, yes, but so we're gonna play this clip real. Oh my god.
We're gonna play this clip real quick. It's gonna show what she did,
Yeah.
pretty much. Shout out to
All
her.
right.
Women's 100 world final. The Jamaicans get out well. It's Sharika Jackson, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, Talou. Here comes Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri's done it. Sha'Carri Richardson has won the world title. She had to come from behind in the semi, but when it counted, she has done it. Sha'Carri Richardson has stunned the sprinting world and is a world champion. That's a world championship record.
Okay, so as y'all can, I mean, me personally from the video, I thought like that was a nice, playful conversation. You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah.
So why are people like trying to say like, oh, the Jamaicans were trying to be rude and trying to be like funny acting, like
They
people
always
are
got to
just so
throw shade
dumb.
on something.
They
you
always
know,
have
I think
to.
it's just the fact that it has been a long time the U.S. won a gold medal on there, and they just stated a fact. And I'm sorry, some people get butthurt off
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Something so they call somebody snowflake, but they'll be the snowflake when it's something like that, and you're like, seriously, you're really mad about that?
Right.
It was like you said, it was just a playful little thing. They all were laughing and
Right.
joking about it. So it wasn't some little real jab.
Right.
It was true and just kind of made a little fun about it. Like, she just won the gold medal. God damn,
Right.
like, be happy.
For real.
I'm not gonna say too much on that one because I could go on and on.
Right.
It's just so annoying. But last but not least, we have Polo G. Now, Polo G, unfortunately, he got his house raided by police, like a whole bunch.
Crazy.
Like, look at this article. We're just gonna show y'all a clip of the text. But yeah, it's like apparently it was like for no reason. Is that true? Like, we don't know too much information. Right
Yeah,
now.
we don't really have a
so
ton.
soon.
It's like,
But all I know is that they raided, arrested him and his brother, took him down to the station, had him arrested for them to not find it, like what they went down there for. There was no reason for it. It was kind of like they were like picking on him in a way. And then he sat there and I don't know how many hours, maybe like 10 plus hours, and then got out. You know what I'm saying?
so he's out now.
So yeah, I read an article.
They said they don't have anything on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just
gun.
kind of raided for no reason.
They-
But he had in the past kind of ran into some situations with police, so I don't know if it was, targeted or if it's some other stuff that we don't know about,
Right.
So, some police officers, if you get on their bad side, they want to dig into you. And I feel like it's just another one of those situations where another black artist is in the limelight and another target, and we don't know who's all in the mix or what, but I just feel like it's one of those situations. I don't know. That's just what it looks like.
They said it was like
How do you take
some kind of robbery or something. They're looking for suspects. He wasn't a suspect, but they believe the suspect were in his house. I don't know where they would have got that information.
Right.
It could have been just because there were some black men in there, like you said. There,
Exactly.
He's had run in with the cops. They just decided to go in there. Oh, there's a gun in the house. Let's see if he has a felony.
Right.
They're trying to find something to arrest him and bust him on.
Yeah.
And like 10 hours of jail, you guys can find out anything and everything a hell of a lot sooner.
Yeah.
But you're leaving him in there just for the hell of it.
Right.
Just to make his life miserable,
Yeah.
That's how they are, they can lock you up real quick.
Right.
But when it comes to releasing you, they take their sweet ass time.
For real, though.
Like you don't have anything else to do. Like
Right.
your life is like revolves around being in and out of jail or something.
Right. And that's the sad part, man. But at least at least he's out. But as far as the situation, hopefully they can get something straightened out with that, because that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's unacceptable and it's not called for. You know what I'm saying? And if Polo didn't have nothing to do with it, then why did you arrest him?
And
Exactly.
if there's
That's the
nothing,
whole
if
thing
they
that
don't
I'm-
even have charges on any of the guys that were there in the house,
Yeah.
then I'd say turn around and sue them.
Yeah.
Because what was the point? What was
point?
the whole raid? Who signed off on the raid? What evidence did you have?
Right.
And once you see all that, and if it really was bullshit, then take them to court for everything.
Man, get your money,
Get your
man.
money for real. I hate this for him because like previously before this, I saw that he posted that he was thinking about retiring after this last album he dropped. So I don't know.
You might not after this.
After this, I wouldn't. For
I
real.
wouldn't.
You got some stories to tell after this.
For real, they
Don't
keep
retire,
targeting,
bro.
bro. It's like you gotta keep talking about it, bro. Like,
don't retire, bro. Like,
nah, for real.
I listen to your music.
Yeah, we all listen to
Like,
it.
So yeah, I don't know. Pray for him
Shout
and his
out, Polo.
family and everyone who's involved for real. 'Cause that seems messy. And
Yeah.
Just
Some ain't adding up.
no.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to hopefully we'll find out some more information and it gets resolved for Polo and in Polo's favor, because that shit's
Well,
crazy.
he's released, so it's
Yeah.
like nothing. There's no charges being brought on him.
Yeah.
But are they going to bring charges on any of the other guys that were arrested in there? Is
Right.
the main question.
Right.
Because if you don't even bring charges on any of them, what the hell was the raid for?
Right.
Yeah.
Because then it just seems like you said targeted.
Exactly. And
At that point.
that's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. So,
Man. Well, it looks like we're all out of tea for today. KEEZY and Unk, back to y'all.
777, I'm feeling lucky. She said that she really do love me. Got a good regardless, she want me. Never been a time I was down on my love. I don't get enough. Don't care what it is, 'cause I know what it was. Tell me, little mama, why you always wanna fuss? Why you wanna treat a nigga like a scrub? Only wanted you, but you always wanna judge. Tryna work it out, really wanna give up. Get around you, I can't help it. Miss your perfume smell it. You need your nails done, I'ma sell it. I put VVs through your necklace. Just gotta make sure that you special. You want a business, I help you. You a part of me, you a vessel. I ain't a player, we level. Few bottles in my blackout. Whole lot of women in the club looking bad now. Got my shorty pissed off, staring in the background. One wrong move, flip this bitch in the smackdown. Keeping my composure, feet all on the sofa, screaming.
What's up, y'all, man? Welcome back to the KEEZYNUNK podcast. We got a real special guest in the building today. You want me to introduce you, or you want to introduce yourself?
I don't know, it's your pod. I don't know how you
I don't know.
I always let the guest introduce himself, but I always go, and we have... I just start him a little bit. So, however you want to do the intro, you do the intro. I'll just go.
How we do it?
All right, so today we have...
Hi, I'm Greggy Westside.
So listen, this guy, man, I actually was doing some showcases through him, and still will probably still be doing that. But yeah, man, and to see, like, bro, he gets a turnout, like, and it's so crazy because, like, I've been to some shows where it's like it's hella artists on there and it's like still like hella empty. It's like just the artist there, you know, and it's weird. But I feel like with his shows, I don't know, it's different energy too. Like I feel like, I don't know, the artists that sign up to me are like good artists, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know how you do that, but
I mean, it's finding the people that care about getting their sales in, you know, for sure. We have like a 10 ticket minimum, so if you just do the math on it, 10 people, or it's like 10 artists selling 10 tickets, that's 100 people in the building. So there's going to be like a built-in crowd regardless.
Exactly.
Especially depending on what time of the night you go. If you go later in the night, maybe some door sales, maybe somebody sold 20 piece or something like that.
Right.
Then, you know, it kind of just boosts up more. But, I mean, aside from that, it's more of the fact that, you know, we care. The DJ cares.
Right.
If we have a media person, they care. I care. Whoever's working the door most of the time cares. I mean, they deserve to collect the money, you know. Right. Most of the time they care, especially when we're down here. Half the time it's me, so I definitely care.
Right. Did you pay?
But I mean, you know, it's all based off of you know, the belief of trying to help artists expand their brand and tour, you know, see other cities and stuff. Whether it's, you know, paid for free, affordable to get onto the shows, or, you know, do whatever. And then just give artists the opportunity to get up on stage, showcase their type of, you know, art.
Right.
And, you know, showcase who they are, help build their brand, that type of stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up.
A lot of promoters don't do that.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there are some. Sam Rothstein, you know, my guy. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to diss nobody in Columbus, especially my guy right there. But, yeah. So.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up.
So running a label, what is it like out there running your own label?
So it's not a label, more of management company.
Right.
So I don't own any of my artist stuff, so they own 100% of their masters. Like, I mean, everything. I don't own any of it except for if it's like content that I make. Technically, I do own some of it, but like not, you know, all their stuff.
Right.
But I mean, just managing artists, you know, trying to help them develop and build to the next step in their career. It's challenging. I guess that's like probably the first way to, you know, kind of go about it and say it. You know, Zay and Carter are going to be on your guys' podcast, so just like when it comes to them, you saw them. They're going back and forth talking, having a good time, and then I'm like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So like when I don't know, it's, you know, sometimes they plot and scheme for like 2 months, and then they come at me and they're like, look at this idea. And sometimes it's stupid and sometimes it's not stupid. Right, so like, I don't know. And I'm just like, was this what you were thinking about? This is what's
going on. This is what y'all was
so this is what I needed to know. Huh? Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's challenging, you know, with that type of stuff. And also just, you know, helping somebody continue to build their brand and try to gain fans, you know, build an actual fan base that's going to be consistent, that's going to be able to get out there and buy tickets to shows, stream their music, buy merch, show a online presence as well. That's probably the most difficult part, and that's one of the biggest parts of an artist's career that they just need to work on.
Right.
And I mean, honestly, that's like the only part that really matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, if the music's there, then the music's there. But if there's no fans there, then you don't have a career. So, just trying to help get to the next step. That's like the most challenging thing.
What about managing those different personalities as well?
Oh yeah, I mean everybody has an ego, but a lot of times with the group I have now, the ego gets left at the door most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sometimes it's mine, sometimes it's theirs. Just walks right in that day. But coming from being an artist myself up until last year, I understand what they were going through or what they are going through, and just the processes, and being in the studio all night long. Doing the shows, doing whatever else, like I've been there myself.
Right.
So
you have that same experience as them.
Yeah, I've opened up for big artists, so I've like played for big crowds. I've done shows where there's 5 people there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been on the whole range of everything. Had a song with like 100,000, had a song with less than 1,000.
Right.
So like I understand all the emotions, like all the stuff that could possibly be there with the entitlement and the ego. I understand that completely.
Right.
So it's really not that hard for me to kind of just get in there and be like, look, like this shit's gonna happen. Sometimes you just gotta work through it. Now, how are we gonna work through that? And then lay out like a bunch of stuff, and then they'll be like, let's do that way, or like, those all suck. I'm just gonna do this. I mean, it just depends on the situation. So just managing all the egos, and then everybody else on the team too. Aside from the 5 artists that I have, I mean, we got a team of like 20 plus people. Whether it's photo, video, DJ, other promoters in other cities. Engineers.
You have a team all over that you work with.
Yeah. So I got a team mainly based in Cleveland, and then we got Sam Casino in Cincinnati doing our booking, and he has somebody who did an internship for us working for him. So I won't say his name just in case he doesn't work well. He's doing a pretty good job right now, though. So yeah,
that's what's up.
So yeah, that's running Westside Productions for you.
There you go. Okay. Are you involved a lot with artists on their music when they're creating their music, or you kind of let them do their own thing?
I kind of let them do their own thing now. I was more heavily involved, especially when it was Zay's stuff early on, but just being outside of the making music realm now and handling all the business stuff, like it's just way too much. Yeah, it's way too much. Like I'm just zoned out, whenever I could be doing that. And if I was doing that, then I wouldn't be as productive doing all the other stuff. Right. So the trade-off of, okay, do you want 50% of your business handled and then 50% help on creativity stuff, even though I didn't succeed as an artist, so I'm not the best. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't bad, but like, there's a reason why I'm a retired rapper.
Right. That's why you're handling the business now.
Yeah, so let me handle your business stuff. Let me help you with the social media content. Let me schedule stuff. Let me get in there and do the stuff that you're not good at, that you can't do, that you don't want to do, that you're too lazy to do, whatever. I mean, it just depends on. It's an artist by artist case too.
Right.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time that I really just like kind of dove in deep. Actually, the last one was Distance on Zay's project. I had to hop in there and clear some stuff up on the engineering side, just because there was like this background noise that was just like nonstop. I don't know what it was, but it was like very irritating. Yeah. I was the only one to notice it. As soon as I took it out, he was like, "Whoa!" Like, way better now. So when I have to step in, I'll step in.
Oh, right. That's what's up. So I normally ask everybody this. Well, before I even ask you that, you said so you started making music. How long ago was that? When you started making music?
So I started in 2016. That was the year I graduated high school.
Okay.
And then it went basically all the way to the pandemic, and then everybody has their own pandemic story, and then it's staying consistent through that. But I was in college at a community college for the first year or so, like after high school, and then I dropped out for a year and a half, and then I went back, and it was mainly part-time. So then when it got to, I guess, like right when COVID hit, I was back full-time at the community college, about to transfer into Kent, and then during the pandemic I transferred into Kent. So however much workload of that, plus like a part-time job, plus the music, plus a relationship, like all that stuff, just kind of base that on where, you know, my career is.
Right.
You know, how much is getting put into it and stuff like that.
Okay. That's what's up.
So, yeah, 2016 to 2022.
Okay. And then, so then you switched over, you're like, you know what, I'm going to just do the business?
Yeah, I mean, well, so I was doing the business for myself and then some of the artists around me.
Okay.
And just managing them. And when I first started, I was in a group, so I was doing all of our business stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I was booking our shows, setting up the SoundCloud, you know, like all that type of stuff. So I've just kind of done it every step of the way, and now it's just more serious.
Right.
More
Right.
professional.
That's what's up. So then, boom. So then, after, or 2022-ish, you start...
So last summer I quit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then from there, you kind of just started... So where did booking the shows kind of go from... Because Cleveland area to now you're kind of branching and doing... Or were you kind of always doing kind of doing this? Or you think kind of after 2022-ish is when you kind of start taking it serious as far as like with the shows and kind of doing the showcases and then bringing your artists kind of a part of it, you know what I'm saying?
I guess like I had booked showcases and stuff when I was just an artist, like not managing much, but then like post-pandemic getting back onto shows, then I started to throw my own because it would just be cheaper.
Right.
Instead of having to like, oh, like I gotta sell these tickets. Then it's like, okay, like I'll just have everybody sell tickets including myself. And and then after that it was, okay, like people actually want to get on these shows. Let's keep throwing shows. And then it kind of just spiraled. And then I had the idea of Westside Productions for probably 6 months before it actually got off the ground. And then January of 2022 started Westside Productions officially. But we were doing showcases before that.
Right.
And then continued to do showcases after that. And then more of some local headliners, regional headliners, national headliners, kind of just like falling in after that, or booking like Isaiah. I booked him on the Wi-Fi's funeral show that was in Cleveland. That was through another company, and then that company I connected with them, and then I was doing shows with them for a little bit, and it kind of just, you know, got bigger and bigger. And then when we got out of Cleveland, the first time was last April. We went to Columbus.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. So then Cincinnati was the beginning of January or February of 2023.
Okay.
And now we have our first show in Louisville next Friday. Or Louisville.
Louisville. Hey, you gotta say it right for the locals if you're going down there.
One of my best friends is from Louisville. So I can yell that.
You say it right.
Yeah, so that's going to be our first time kind of like getting more out of the state. Isaiah's performed in Pittsburgh before. Got him set on a show through like another company and stuff. But Westside Productions hasn't like thrown a show anywhere else. For sure. But we're working on kind of scaling the business and getting showcases all over the U.S. and kind of just trying to create that network now.
Right.
Yeah, found a couple promoters in some other cities, so we're going to give them a try and see what happens.
That's what's up, man.
So booking all these shows, how do you find the shows that you get your artists on?
I guess I really, it starts with getting the venue, and then after you get the venue, the ticketing service we use, they charge very low ticketing fees, so it's easy to get somebody to buy online tickets, and then setting up people to work the show, and then after you have kind of like your staff, your venue, all the ticketing stuff set up, then you just start reaching out to artists.
Right.
I mean, anybody could really do it. It's just, you just have to get into the venue. Oh, hey. but yeah, you just have to get into the venue or find somebody that can get you into the venue to start. And, you know, each city you'll have, you know, the promoters there, you know, sometimes you'll connect with them. That's kind of how I got more into Columbus with Sam. And then Cincinnati, we were just reached straight out to the venue. And from there, we ended up getting into Thompson House. We got into the Mockbee. We got into Madison Live. Well, kind of into Madison Live. They want more like national act shows.
Right.
But like, you know, it just depends on each city, I guess.
Right.
And then how much you can reach out, how responsive the venues are, you know, because everybody working at a venue could suck. They could all be good. It could be a mix. The booking agent could be ass.
Right, exactly.
Had that plenty of times.
Nah, that's crazy. So, kind of starting your management, I did want to ask, how did you find Carter Cloud?
Carter?
And Zay. Yeah, both of them.
All right, so Zay, I found through Forever Johnson, who's another artist from Cleveland who I used to manage.
Okay.
I've known Forever since high school, and then when we started doing more shows, just for me and him, like for our sake, to try and perform, Zay kind of got thrown in the mix and reached out to him, and then we hopped on FaceTime so I could talk about the show, and then we ended up being on FaceTime for like an hour, just like chopping it up and like just good vibes and everything. So kind of just built that from there.
That's what's up.
And then Carter, I've known him since, I don't even know how long I've known him. I've known him since he was like 15, 16 in high school.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, so like he was just like kind of in the scene too. So like
That's
I've known
what's
him
up.
for a long time. My other guys that I managed, so I got OG Mook. I've known him since high school, since like he was barely a rapper and I was just a baseball player. You know what I'm saying? And then Trip, I just met January of this year. It was January 27th. He was on one of the shows.
Okay.
And then he was just dope. He won a crowd contest, got a studio session, and he was just, good from there, like building a good relationship and
That's
everything.
what's up.
And then Cash Thomas, met him at somebody else's show at the beginning of 2022.
Oh, okay.
And then that took forever for that to like materialize to happen. But so yeah, like either through I met all these guys through music except for Mook.
Okay.
So
That's what's up. That's dope that you actually are building relationships with these people, opposed to how that can also turn to something else, and like it's just dope to see that you care.
Yeah, one of the artists I was managing, we built our relationship more based on just the music, a little bit faster, and then that really didn't translate as well because like the level of communication between us just didn't match. So like love that guy, like he's awesome, like, he's a dope ass artist, but like we sucked at working together. And like no shade on his like to him or anything. It's just like
the chemistry sometimes doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but at least you're man enough to acknowledge it and just be like, all right, and you know what you want. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you move forward. And look at you now. You know what I'm saying? So you're flourishing, bro.
It's like a relationship. It's just like if me and him were dating or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'd have broke up with his ass early on.
right.
Yeah,
like we're not a good
Nah,
fit.
for
We're not a good
real.
fit.
So it's like that girlfriend that you get for 2 weeks. And you're just like, yeah, this ain't working, and then she sticks around for 2 more. No, I'm kidding. It ain't like that.
So you also do your own podcast. So what's that like while handling?
Yeah, because I mean
managing
the
all
hat.
these people?
Hat.
And I've always wanted to ask this question.
Okay. What's the question?
I hate rappers. The stamp. But you throw all these showcases for rappers.
Yeah.
But I kind of know. I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you.
I want to know what do you think?
I feel like because at first when I saw it, this is what I thought. I hate rappers. Like I felt it because I hate rappers too, because I consider myself an artist.
Yep.
Like somebody who, I don't just rap, I create art. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the difference is there's people that rap. Anybody can rap. I could fucking give anybody a beat. But it's people who take it serious, want to stretch their just stretch their music, touch like everybody, like really want to put the work in. That to me is
Even
an artist.
the content they put out.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, I was fucking with it. I'm like, he should make some shit. You feel me? Like I would wear it. You feel me?
Man,
like
I could have said any of that better myself.
So
that's the exact reason.
Okay.
That is 100% the
up.
exact reason.
That's what's up.
Like you said, you got people who can rap, and then you got a beat that you just rap on, and then you got
Right.
people who create art, or even the people who just are rappers that create the music as a rapper and take the rest of their business serious with the content,
Exactly.
doing the rest of the stuff, and actually
Investing.
giving a fuck. I
Right.
mean, that's the thing that matters. Like even if you're broke, you could be broke as hell. You don't have a dollar. You just invest your time. Like you're trying to get out there. You're doing these showcases. You're linking with people, getting as much social media content done. You could do it all off an iPhone as long as it's not like an iPhone 7.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, at that point, it's just like, damn, dude, just go get a job, go to Verizon, put $0 down, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, just put in the work.
but I mean, handling the podcast, it's not too hard. I mean, it actually is like extremely difficult, but then like easy as hell. I heard you guys said you upload through Anchor, so like getting all the episodes. If we're doing like a half hour, and then we got the video uploading to Spotify, that takes 2 hours, and then you got YouTube taking 2 hours.
Exactly.
And then my home Wi-Fi sucks, but the studio Wi-Fi is good.
Right.
But then there's always people in the studio. So it's difficult keeping up on that. It's difficult keeping up on the content. We try to do daily clips, but we went like 2 weeks without having any clips out.
Right.
So we got mainly all YouTube episodes right now. Half of them didn't have titles for a second because we just like everything in the middle of July just got like crazy busy. We did Zay's tour, or Zay and Mook's tour, and then we just like we didn't keep up with it, and so half the names were just like IHR 715 Cash Thomas or like something like that. And it's just like, okay, like that doesn't explain what the episode is about. But I mean, it's all about just learning, building. Trying to teach from mine and my co-host experience. So my co-host, he's a radio DJ at the hip hop station in Cleveland. He also does his own radio show at John Carroll University. Okay. And he is the Guinness, that show is the Guinness record holder for the longest simultaneous like radio interview. Wow. So like over 24 hours. So and then he DJs at like all the major clubs in Cleveland. He's from Detroit. He does stuff up in Detroit too when he can in the summer. But yeah, he's finishing up his last like year or two of college, so we got some time to get this podcast going. And he kind of disagrees with the message. I mean, the stuff that he has to deal with, just getting like submissions for the radio and stuff. Right. And him being probably the most accessible radio DJ I've ever seen in my entire life. So much worse than my shit. I think. I don't know. Sometimes these rappers at the shows, man, they're stupid. I hate dropping the name so much, but Logan Frank, man, this dude. Like, you saw that rant? You saw that rant? Yes, that was him.
Oh, okay, because I didn't really know what was going on.
No, I missed it.
Explain it.
So the easiest way to explain it was we were having a really bad show that was messed up by the sound dude, and I was like, there was a point where I was in the crowd watching the sound dude try to fix it on his laptop, and I'm screaming at him. And then this dude, Logan Frank, is just not showing up on time. He's in the group chat. He's like, yo, when did the tickets go up to $20? We're like, the flyer says it goes up to 20 day of show. Yeah. At the door for this one, day of show. He's like, that's stupid, blah, blah, blah. And then he like started complaining about it more. And then like, I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like somebody else said something, like some rappers chimed in and just dogged his ass a little bit. And then he was like, yo, my bad. Like my mom took my phone.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
The first thing he said was
somebody only.
He said, that's whack, bro. No way his mom said
that, bro. Exactly. His mom talks like that. Nobody mom talks like that.
But every time he has, apologized for his behavior and unprofessionalism and everything. And if he ever wants to come on the podcast, I'm more than willing to just sit there and just roast him for a little bit.
Yeah, because that's kind of crazy. Like, what?
But I see a lot of that when we go to these showcases where I think a lot of these artists are very unprofessional, where it's like, hey, be there at 8, 9, whatever. 10:30 they come strolling in, and it's like
the show's already started.
Show started,
and then they expect to get like a later slot or something. Right. I come late, and then he's gonna fuck with me, so I'm gonna just slide in.
I didn't send my music to the DJ. Well, you're on now. Right? Could I airdrop it? No.
That's why.
Did you read the group chat? No last minute airdrops. Every single time. Every single fucking group chat.
Yeah, nah.
The way we do it, like I said, we do. Like the process, we get the venue, like we're there, we care, all that like sappy little shit, whatever, blah blah blah. Doesn't really matter. Like we're there, we're trying to make sure the show goes well. We make group chats for the show. We communicate as best as we can, like leading up to it. We give all the information. If you don't want to fucking scroll up, like I had one time, it was like even on the biggest iPhone that you could have, it's one last message that just disappeared up top, and somebody asked a stupid. I think it was you. No, it wasn't you asking the question. You sent it. DJ OB Digital back there. He sent in. Oh, send your music to prodobdigital@gmail.com. Sends it in, and it's the next message. I have to scroll. Hey, how do I send my music to the DJ?
Yeah, see, that kind of shit be like.
Yeah.
There wasn't even messages in that group chat crazy either.
You could have missed it. Like,
So basically, you're not
You
just
hit
looking
like
at all.
that and you're at the top. Like,
right. Like, that's crazy.
not looking at all. But there are some artists that do rapper ass shit and then they redeem themselves by actually, caring, giving a fuck, and trying to right their wrongs and stuff.
Right,
like that. I mean,
right.
who hasn't been there of having, just like having an ego?
Right.
A rapper to me and a rapper to, our terminology on the show is the same thing as a diva. And,
Right,
how they
right.
used to call pop stars divas and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's
wild.
rapper ass shit.
I mean, that always bothers me though when I'm like, all these other artists took it seriously to come in on time, have their music and everything to be ready, but then you're kind of holding the show up and screwing up the order. How everything you already have a flow to it,
Right.
They already threw the flow off because they came an hour or so late on there.
The worst is when it's like a headliner or somebody who's important to the show,
Right.
sold a lot of tickets, whatever. Then they think that they're just gonna walk in and everybody's gonna be sucking their dick.
Right.
Like, oh my god, thank you for selling so many tickets.
Right, like, no.
It's ready. And she's like, no, bro, like you did not do the show yourself. There's a reason you came to me for me to do the show for you.
Right.
So don't act like you're
not Drake or somebody or Lil Wayne out there.
No, Drake, Wayne, like probably 10 more rappers out there. For sure, I'm cool with everybody sucking their dick.
That's gonna happen.
Like
You'll sell out.
I know for a fact I'll watch half of my crew just drop down to their knees and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Like, let me get some." Like, I know that for a fact, and I got no issue with that because they bring results. But when you don't bring results or you bring minimal results, it's like, bro,
Right.
shut up.
Right.
We were at, what was that one showcase? It was the guy, I guess he sold no tickets. He held the show up. He stole the mics.
That was the day I had one to change.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
it
you
was
wanted
with
to change.
shout out Kevin Tyler. Is that his name?
I know what show you're talking about.
It was the
Kid Abel was on that show.
Yeah, bro, like ran off with the
he ran
mic.
off with the mic.
And
Do you know who it was?
It was.
I don't even know
who the
never
dude.
heard of him.
I went out back
old as shit.
and I see
Like,
the guy.
bro.
And he had the mics in his pocket, right?
And
I see
wouldn't
security standing there, and I'm
not
like,
doing shit though.
I'm going to the
Like,
security. I'm
security
like,
is
there's the
scared.
mics right
Like,
there.
take
And he
it.
just stood there. I'm like, the show should have already started. We see the mics.
It's going bad.
There ain't no
Because he
way.
wanted his money back. Because I'm like, he didn't sell no tickets. That's why. He didn't sell no tickets.
What money then? Because I know who did that
He
show.
already, I said he had it
deposit.
already. I'm thinking he had to buy them. He must have bought them himself, thinking he was gonna get something.
But then he sold the tickets, and he'd be technically a part of that contest.
Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't understand why he took the mics. He was like, "I'm not leaving until I get paid." I'm like, "Nobody's getting paid for this." I was like, "That doesn't
Yeah, I
make
don't even
sense."
think anybody got paid.
nobody
I'm
got
like
paid for it.
95% sure that it was like a chain and a merch bundle that
Yeah,
that's
that was
all it
it.
was.
That was
But
it.
he was
Swear
like,
to
all
God,
in
that
it.
was it.
No,
That's what he was. Remember, he was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not going till I get paid." We're like, "Who was getting paid in the
Right.
first place?"
They wasn't even giving no money. Like,
was crazy.
I swear to God, if they was giving money, it would have been way stupider.
Right.
I walked into my boy's office. I look around. He just has boxes and boxes of like clothes, and I'm like, "What's going on?" He told me about the show. I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, that's dope."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at look at 1,000 blank tees just sitting there. I got the whole rundown about that show. I know exactly what show you're talking
Hell
about. It was
yeah.
that Superior Booking. And
Yeah,
we're coming
yeah,
from Tyler,
yeah, yep.
They did why am I blanking? What the hell is Columbus's area code?
614.
614.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
614 chain.
Yep. She got it all right.
Oh, yeah.
She won the showcase.
On KEEZY.
Yeah, no KEEZY, but yeah. So yeah, that shit was just so fucking crazy. Like, I had never seen no shit like that before. Like,
No, we've been to I don't know how many shows.
the show's supposed to start at like 7 or some shit, or some kind
It
of
was
early
early,
because
yeah.
the sun was still out, and I'm like, oh, this gonna be cool. You feel me? We was out in the back cooling. I'm like, bro, what is going on, bro? It's pushing 9. Like, it's dark.
Wait, it took that long?
Oh,
it was from
cool.
light to dark.
Yeah.
Nobody performed. It had to be like 2 hours.
They were like, we don't know where the mic's at, and I'm like,
As the
where the
promoter,
hell the mics go?
as the promoter,
Bro, and you
I'd
see
have
the
beat the
mic.
shit out of him.
Yeah, bro.
like I'd have beat the
That's
shit
where
out
I
of him.
was like, security. He's
And the
right
security.
there. There it is.
That was
Nah,
what
they would have walked
crazy,
out without
like,
$1.
It was like,
They could have worked great the rest of the show. If they weren't gonna do that shit, I wouldn't pay them at the end of the night.
No.
Pay security for that shit, bro.
I was like, why are you
How are
there?
you security?
Why are you
You
there?
ain't took the mics yet from him.
You ain't grabbed him like, hey.
When you see his little eyes rolling, you should have grabbed the fucking
He
mic.
just shrugged his shoulders. That's all he did was shrug his shoulders. I'm like, okay,
he was
why are
just there to
you
get a
there?
check. He just get a check.
That's all he was there for. I was like,
They don't pay me
seriously?
enough for this bullshit. Shut up and do your job, man. Like,
That's all you had to do. Like, right there, grab the mics. I was like, do you want me to do it? Or I'm like, good Lord, what's going on here?
This shit is crazy, bro.
I can't tell you how many shows were out. Like, it would have just been a brawl if somebody did that. Like, no, that's bad. I had somebody grab a mic mid, like, it was during a set change. Do you remember this? Somebody grabbed the mic. He just started freestyling, like sitting.
What?
I had to kick his ass out.
He just grabbed.
Yeah.
Was he? Was he supposed to perform or no?
He came in. So it's like a bar, and it has a gay bar and a vape shop next door, right? So this dude came in from the vape shop, and I guess he works there. Okay. He started asking me a bunch of stupid ass questions, and then I'm gonna stand up for this. Yeah, so like, imagine you standing right there. I'm at the door, and I'm next to the person working the door, and he's just like. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, he bumped into me like that. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? He goes, I just crossed you over. I swear to God, I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? What the fuck you talking about? So I'm like, whatever. And then when the staff comes up, they're like, yeah, he works at the vape shop. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, like, that's fine. And I walk in, and he's just sitting there. He's just freestyling, like, over a song, like, loud lyrics being played over top of the beat. Like, and he's just freestyling on top of that.
Oh,
like, different words. Not like saying a line.
He's just rapping over a random ass song. Like, what?
So I don't know if it was OB or if it was Renzo on stage, but I go up, I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck is going on? You give him a mic. He goes, nobody. What are you talking about? Well, I thought I give him the mic. I'm like, so I go up and tell him, like, hey, bro, like you take the mic again, bro. I'm kicking your ass out. Get the fuck out, like, get the fuck up on through right now, bro. Like, you ain't doing that shit. He goes, all right, then kick me out then. I'm like, okay. I go grab security. I'm like, bro, kick his ass out. He's pissing me off. And then security's like taking him out, and this dude's just like screaming back and forth with me like the whole time, getting carried out. And this is like one of the most crowded shows we had. Oh. So like the whole bar is full. Like half the fucking well, I mean, he cleared out a big portion of the stage area, but like, it was pretty full. And everybody's just seeing him like shirt back and forth. I'm like, bro, like if you want something, like what's like, like what's up? Like get it with security because he's kicking your ass out. Not you know what I'm saying? Like if I had to take you out, bro, like trust me, there'd be 15 people taking you outside of the venue.
Oh
like,
God!
You know, open the door.
We do shit properly here.
Open the door with your head on the way out. Like
what?
That is crazy, but you know what? I've run into people like that in Columbus. You'll run into those type of people.
They cross over the promoters.
That one's a new one, though.
No, that shit was kind of crazy.
That was original.
Like I'm telling you, like, he pushed off too. Like he could, like even if I was playing defense, even if I was playing defense, like he pushed. Like, I don't know what to say.
Like what the fuck? Listen,
like, you don't even know something like, oh, I crossed you. What the hell are you talking about?
No, like I've seen people get crossed up. I've crossed somebody up one time ever. I know that feeling.
One time ever.
Nah, I really can't hoop that well. Like especially, but you know, I hit a little boom, not between the legs, just a boom back here, and then a quick boom to this hand, and my boy tried to defend me, tripped, and just fell.
How'd you feel?
I felt great.
Yeah, you gotta explain how you felt.
I scored a layup, so I'm like,
did you do a little hesitate, look at him, and then go?
No, because I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I'm like,
it shocked you, like you was like, damn, I just did that. Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, did I just cross you up? He goes, you didn't cross me up. I'm like, but you fell. And he's like, but that don't mean you crossed me up. I'm like, bro, shut up. He's arguing with me for like 5 minutes, but I'm like, all right, whatever. So like, I go back home, and I thought about that for like 2-3 weeks straight. Like every day, I'm like, how did I not cross him up? I crossed him up. Like I know what that feeling's like.
Yeah.
If he thought, Like what? Like what are you doing, bro? Like, you even got
Tripping, bro. So would you say that was like the weirdest or like craziest shit you probably seen at a show, or you probably see something else crazier than that?
Some dude hopped up on stage, and I had like a cheap wireless mic box because I'm not buying anything expensive for showcases.
Right.
Fuck these rappers, you know what I'm saying? But he hopped up on stage and he's headbanging. Like I met him earlier in the night. He was like, man, you know, I'm like blah blah blah. I'm like, who you here for, bro? He goes, oh, I just walked in, you know, paid the ticket price. Like I was just here, man. I'm like, all right, cool. Like he goes up. He's like a rock and roll dude, obviously. He's headbanging and shit. He puked all over my mic box.
Oh, get out.
What the fuck?
Not the mics, at least. And it didn't break it or nothing, but it was just puke all over it. I'm like, bro, you gotta I was like, bro, go clean that up. He's like, no, I'm not cleaning that shit up. It's a show. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? You're not a performer. Don't get on stage then. He's like, well, they let me on stage. I'm like, because
you walked up on stage.
It's just like, shut up. Like, go clean it. He's like, no. I'm like, bro, get out of here then. And so then everybody sees me arguing with them, and they're coming up, and I'm like, bro, get out of here. I had a cup of water. I just threw it in his face. I'm like, get the fuck out of here before we beat you up.
Right. What? That's crazy.
Keep on my shit.
All right.
What? What city were you in?
That was Cleveland. They were both at no class. I love it. That's my home, man. That's my home.
That's what's up.
I don't usually get angry. I've never fought anybody. If anybody's watching this, so
yeah, we don't fight.
I've actually never been in a fight.
No,
really?
No, yeah.
Your whole life, never.
No, I got jumped.
What?
Yeah.
Did you fight back?
There were like 3 people, and I was sitting in a chair like this. I was trying really not to get my ass.
He was just like, protect the head, protect the ribs.
Yeah, nah, the ribs were like, I was chill. You know, I was, you know, had to protect the money maker. I was still a rapper.
Right. He was like, hey, if anything, you bruise me up, you ain't gonna bruise his face up on the show.
Just not the face. Just not the face.
I didn't feel a damn thing until after it was all over. Like, it was at a pizza shop, so like one of the dishwasher came out, pulled the dude like away from me, and then he got a little cheap shot and like hit me with the wrist right there. So like that's the only time like I really ever like been into
high school or anything.
It was like a year or 2 after high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got banned from the pizza shop. I was the first person to ever, even though I didn't fight, I got jumped.
Right. Yeah, how did you get banned? That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't make no sense. But yeah, that was over basketball too. Man, basketball just starts fights.
You were arguing about basketball?
We were on the same rec team. And you
weren't even playing the game though?
No, so like I was like the team captain because I set everything up, and then it was, oh my god! All right, I'm not gonna lie. Like you may actually not believe this next part, but like it was a dude named Del Sean who started arguing with a guy named Sean Dell. I swear to God, Del Sean and Sean Dell, and then there were a couple people instigating in our little group chat, and I instigated a little bit. Like don't get me wrong. Nowhere near enough for even like a push. But like they knew it was coming time where they were off the team and in a couple games probably. So Del Sean didn't show up to fight Sean Dell, and like me and the rest of the team were sitting there waiting to watch this fight happen. And then it was just a little too snowy out, so he didn't show up. Like that was his reasoning. And then snowy. Sean Dell's cousin was like, yeah, I'm fighting somebody because I pulled up. And then I got jumped.
What? So they just picked you as the victim?
Pretty much.
That's crazy.
Because out of the people sitting at the table, I think I instigated 1 or 2 more texts.
That is crazy, bruh.
Yeah, so that was fun, for sure. But yeah, never got into a fight or nothing.
Getting jumped as fun. Never heard it explained.
Right. It's an experience that you don't want to encounter.
I mean, it makes for a great story.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like my nose is like I got it like slightly broken that night, but it got broken a different time and got a little like misshapen. So if that's like the worst out of it, like not even getting a misshapen broken nose, I think it's kind of funny.
Well, at least you can find the good out of something.
Right. Hey, one thing you ain't gonna knock him down. You feel me? Keep going. So it don't matter. That's what's up.
I don't care. Like, it don't matter to me.
It don't even bother you.
It's over basketball. Like I said before we like started talking about like 3 other things before this. I can't fucking hoop. So, it really don't matter.
Right.
You're fighting
Like,
me.
wasn't that big a deal, really?
Right.
You're fighting me over basketball.
Like, that's
And
crazy.
I can't hoop.
Right. Like, it shouldn't even be that big of a deal.
Good times, man.
Crazy.
Good times.
Hey, better get jumped and shot. So
Right.
you know
True, you know?
how things are nowadays.
Shit.
So
Yeah.
at least it's better to handle that way.
Right, exactly. But I do gotta ask the infamous question: top 3 artists of all genres,
Like
of all time.
My favorite.
Your favorite,
favorite.
like the Greggy special,
Like the
top,
ones that I will go listen to.
your
over
top
everybody
3,
else.
top 3, like he
I
always
always
says,
say
like
you're on an island. You can only take
3.
3 artists' albums with you.
just 3 artists, all their albums and everything.
See, now that's difficult because
Yeah.
those are 2 entirely different questions. Because if I'm stuck listening only to 3 artists and I'm stuck on an island and I have to take as much discography as possible, I gotta go with like a Kendrick, a Cole, a Drake. Because they have so much more shit to listen to.
Right.
Okay.
But if I'm just gonna like, it's like, okay, like what's your go-to like all-time favorite artist as of right now in your life? Then it's probably, as of right now, it's IDK,
Okay.
Jack Harlow, and who? No, not JID. I mean, I like him, but not that. I don't know. It's a toss up because like I really like Travis Scott, but Utopia was so bad.
Yeah.
and,
I couldn't
and like I like
it.
Drake, but like I don't. I'm not like a champagne poppy guy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right,
Like,
right,
I like
right.
Drake. You
Right.
know, and then I mean Kendrick's Mr. Morale wasn't hitting like the other ones.
Right.
Like it was good, but
Right.
it's not. It's not.
Not-
You know,
yeah.
So that I mean that third one's just difficult. The third one's real difficult, man. You say ASAP? Yeah, I'll go with ASAP. Nah,
He's
ASAP.
like, I'll go with that.
Yeah, ASAP would be hard.
Because that's
Ooh.
you got 3 albums plus the mixtape that are all straight just gas
Hell yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
That's what's up.
Okay.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one for sure.
That's what's
But
up.
yeah, no. If it's like if I'm on an island though, then it's definitely just Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. Because you get like every mix with Drake, and then
True.
you get fire albums from Kendrick, and then you get 3 really good albums from Cole, and then just music from there. I mean, good music.
Hell
Right.
yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's
What
what's
3
up.
albums am I talking about though from Cole?
Which was?
No, that's
You tell us.
No,
Oh,
you,
you
you tell me. What do you think?
Oh, which ones are you pick? Well, the Forest Hill, right?
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
obvious. Yeah.
What was the one? Because there's one that I specifically fuck with crazy. It was his. For Your Eyes Only.
No,
Why?
because you can't follow Forest Hills Drives with that.
I'm thinking it's not an order. It's just, I'm just
I know,
thinking,
but that was so disappointing.
No, you're not.
No,
I can't.
it's
Okay,
Forest
so
Hills,
Cool.
okay.
and then what else? What else we got?
Well, you still have KOD. You still have fucking his first one, Born Sinner.
Yep, Born Sinner.
That's a classic. So that was their 2. What would your third?
Off season.
Okay,
Yeah, that one was real good.
Okay.
That was real good.
that's what's.
But no, KOD that was
KOD
like,
was yeah.
that
one of the
it
ones.
aged great.
Yeah.
It was terrible when it came out. Like, it
I
was
don't
real.
think so. I feel like because when I heard it, I fucked with it though. Off rip.
I hated it.
That's
I
crazy.
hated it.
But I'm one of them
At
people.
first, or
At first.
yeah,
It's good now. It's good
right.
now.
But
No.
there's a lot of music like that. You got to hear. Sometimes you got to hear it 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah, I
before
guess.
you
It
really
depends
start
on your
to-
taste.
Right, right.
No,
But
I
me,
think it's-
I'm just, I
it's
don't
the
know.
Year.
Yeah.
It's the year. You're talking 5 years ago, 2018. 5 years ago, right?
It's fucking with it. But I'm an old soul.
Like, yeah, but that's like you coming in and yelling at her for making music that she likes to make. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's the equivalent. It's
Yeah.
the older generation coming in and yelling at this new generation. It's just
Yeah.
like, bro, what you're saying might be right, but Gucci Gang goes hard, bro. It really, I remember the first time I heard Gucci Gang, I'm like, what the fuck? Second time I heard it, I'm like, Gucci Gang. Okay. Let's go, man.
I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know.
All Lil Pump sucks. Gucci Gang is great. Gucci Gang is phenomenal. That song is a classic. That's one of the best songs from 2017 to 2019.
It's a vibe.
Everything else Pump put out is trash.
Yeah, like definitely. That's what I'm saying. But I
so
guess
yeah,
if
Cole
you're
was
thinking,
right. But like he was hating on Gucci Gang, man. I don't know.
I mean,
and like all that shit was like when Russ was dissing all of them, and like Peep died.
Yeah, it was a lot. Emotions were high.
Yeah. And then can I?
Yeah,
I see this real quick. What day did it come out? Does that say?
Does it tell you at the bottom? Show it at the bottom.
April 20th. Yeah. So like then even leading past that, you got Mac Miller dying later in the year.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's not even one of them. Like,
right. Exactly. But it fucked everything up to me.
You know, so all that commentary around then is just not that good.
Yeah.
I guess. And then when did Juice die? Was that 2018? 20. No, that was 2019. That was 2019. No, but X died.
Yeah.
But I mean, he got shot. But I mean, still like that generation and stuff, you know. So I don't know. It aged well.
For sure. That's what's up. So if there is somebody younger, let's just say like, I don't even know, middle schooler or some shit, watching, say following you, and they're like, man, I want to be like Greggy. Like I see what he's doing, I see what he did, where he went with it, and I want to kind of eventually go and do what you're doing. What would be like maybe some advice or some pieces of advice that you would give to that person if they're watching this right now?
Take your time, but work hard. Don't feel like you need to rush things, because if you rush things, you're not going to do them properly. If you don't do them properly, then you're just going to have to redo them eventually.
Right.
If you want to make music, you make music. You put your all into it, but there's a business around it.
Right.
If you want to do the business around it, you got to realize the music has to be good. You know, so I mean, it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, live your life, have the fun time, man.
Right.
Like when I was Greggy Westside, when I was a rapper, that was lit, man. That was amazing. I was just doing whatever I wanted. Nobody could tell me shit because I'm Greggy fucking Westside, man.
Right.
You know? But I also understood then, for the most part, and I really understand now. You know, that's not going to be life forever. Right. So just make sure that you do what you need to do to set up the rest of your life, because the music might not be it, the business might not be it, you know, none of this might be it, but have a great time while doing it.
Right.
And if you really want it to be it, then you do everything in your power to get there.
Yeah, I feel that.
Hell yeah.
Boom. Like she said.
Mic drop, you feel me? Hell yeah, now that's what's up, man.
What was your household like when you growing up? Or, you know, what type of music did you grow up listening to?
All right, so my dad, I'm not going to say he was racist, because he wasn't racist, but like, there's definitely no hip hop in the household.
Right.
And it was definitely like, don't listen to hip hop. But I don't know how to.
So you rebelled when you was rebelling on that?
A little bit. I mean, like, he also didn't care too much.
Right.
But I mean, it's, you know, I mean, I don't know how to explain the growing up from like the 2000s as like a white suburban kid with parents who aren't racist, but like
they just weren't into hip hop at all.
Yeah, but aren't into any culture aside from kind of either just what they grew up with.
Right.
I guess
right.
like more or like just where their coworkers are and stuff.
Type
you know,
shit, okay.
Like my dad worked as like a maintenance technician, so he's like mainly solo all day, and then my mom was like in the like an X-ray tech, and then they were separated. So like when I was with my mom, I'd listen to like, you know, top 40 shit on the radio, and then, you know, some rock and roll and stuff. And then when I was with my dad, I don't think I've ever like known what my dad has listened to. Like, he has headphones that he puts on and just like zones out now, but that's since I've been an adult. He didn't have those when I was a kid. I don't think I ever caught him listening to music when I was a kid.
Really?
But my stepmom and my stepbrother was like Linkin Park and, you know,
Okay,
like that. So like
cool,
I was really into, you know, that type of stuff. And then like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, somewhere around there, I got into Lil Wayne heavy because my one friend got me hip. So and then the Carter 4 came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm blowing. I don't even know what weed was. I smoked weed for like 5 more years, damn near.
Well, so then after that, you feel like kind of once you got introduced to Wayne, it kind of hip hop kind of just took over from there. You kind of just,
you know what? Scratch what I said before. Wayne over everybody. Thinking about rethinking my top.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne and Juice WRLD, and then anybody else.
Okay. Okay.
Lil Wayne, Juice WRLD, and Kendrick.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put Jack Harlow and IDK to round out my 5.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know how I blinked that hard. I literally have World tattooed right
That's
here.
what's up. Hell yeah.
But yeah, Wayne's the GOAT. Kind of birthed this new generation that also birthed another generation.
Right.
So, that's just, I don't know, man. I had like a little slide up Verizon phone, and we were listening to Blunt Blowing off of that. and Megan.
All right, y'all, man. The camera died. But yeah, again, we just want to say thank you, Greggy, for stopping by. It's been an honor. It's been a great conversation.
So much fun.
It's probably been one of the most funniest conversations I think I've had. Because, the cross-up still kind of is in my head right now. I still just bro, now I got to come to Cleveland. I got to come to and experience, what be going on down there? Because, you feel me?
I mean, man, that's
he was a little wild.
He got crazy.
That's a thing that happened, that's for sure a thing that happened. But it's not like every show.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I wouldn't say you're definitely.
Vibes.
I don't think you'll get crossed up. I'll put it that way.
You never know, though. You never know.
Never know. Walking down the streets,
right?
Just crossed you.
Oh wait, you want to end it on a really great funny story?
Yeah, let's end it. Yeah, let's end it.
All right, so my studio, it's basically built into a storefront. Which used to be an old clothing store.
Okay.
So it's on a street. I don't give out the address over public information and everything, but it's on a street that's not the busiest street, but it's probably top 5 busiest street over in the neighborhood that we're in, and there's a bunch of crackheads all over.
Right.
The one day I heard somebody walking to the doorstep, so I don't know what made me just. What's going on over there? And all I hear was water pouring out, just on my doorstep. So I go up to the curtain and I open it, and I just saw a crackhead pissing on my door.
Nah. Yeah, hell no. What'd you do?
I started yelling at her.
Her?
He held that one back. He held that one back for purpose. He held that back for purpose.
Hell no.
You ever see crackhead? Y'all ain't ever seen crackhead coochie?
Alright, that's it. We're done. Bye. See you later. That's the end of Greggy's interview because I don't know what the fuck. Some crazy shit just happened. He should have said that at the beginning, bro.
He saved that for the punchline, man. He saved that for the
Cleveland,
punchline.
bro. Shout out Westside Productions.
All right. This is a great interview. Appreciate you for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Right now, until the next time, KEEZYNUNK, we're out.
Wow.
I'm feeling lucky. She said that she really do love me. Got a good regardless, she want me. Never been a time I was lonely. Back and forth, all in her bed. Love songs all in my head. I never felt real before. I never felt this before.
What's up, y'all, man? It's the kid Keys. I'm here to promote myself, man. KEEZYNUNK. Goodbye Summer should be out right now. Make sure y'all go tap in. All platforms, KEEZYTHEE Unkind. It'll also be in the description down below. I also do have merch, so if you are looking to purchase, it is limited sizing, so make sure you do DM me on Instagram, and I'll make sure to tap in with you, get your sizing, make sure we get it shipped, or pull up on you if you're local, you know what I'm saying, whatever you need, I'm here for you.
What is up, my pretty people? It's Pretty P. Make sure y'all tap in with me. Subscribe to my channel at PRETTYP TV on YouTube. It's also linked in all of my descriptions and all of my social media handles. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at its.prettyp. And yeah, new content coming. I got a whole bunch of new stuff on the way, not just vlogs, so don't come at me too crazy, y'all. But especially behind the scenes content of the KEEZYNUNK podcast, so y'all are just updated about everything that's going on. But yeah, I love y'all.
I'm Kier, aka Oz. I want you to check out my store, Mommy's Little Heart. Go on there now. You can save 15% on your order when you use the promo code KNU15. That's KNU15. Save 15% on your order. Go to Mommy's Little Heart right now. We have women's clothes, sets, dresses, bottoms, tops, outerwear, lingerie, whatever you're looking for. Again, go to mommyslittle.heart.com.
In my city, yeah. When the raps took down, I put it back in my city, yeah. They want me to follow, but I get love in my city, yeah. As soon as I put on, please don't say nothing to forget.
Please don't say nothing to me if you wasn't with me. When I've been over backwards for the city. For years I did features for the free. How many ones did I get asked about in 2022? Just 3. Who dedicated their IG to putting niggas on? Just me.